talking to?
Go ahead.
Hi, and welcome back to Haunting in New England. Tonight, we're here to check out the location for a possible haunting. But first, we actually need the history. If you could say your name, please.
I'm Karen Falcone.
And she's done some of the history here at the Tuckaway Tavern. And I'll tell you this much, the food here is tremendous. And we want to thank Paul for having us here. Can you give us some of the history?
I can. I researched back as far as 1773 and found that this was the original structure. 1773 was when this became a homestead. So when this portion of the building became a building. Other than that, it was raw dirt. We are at the intersection of the road that was the original horse carriage, stage carriage, the route that people traveled from Chester, Raymond, and Epping, back and forth to Exeter, to Manchester, to your bigger places. So this was a very major intersection right here. Many things could have happened here. In this building itself, I found nothing out of the ordinary except a woman owned the property in the 1800s for 1 year. During that time, it was very rare for women to own property in their own name. As a matter of fact, they're pretty much forbidden. Right. The church governed that.
Now, you found out there were some issues with land rights with people.
There were land rights. There was a fence erected between, this was all one parcel from here back about 20 acres. It was divided. There was a fence put up, and it was put in the deeds that it had to be maintained between the two parcels. It was one family. I imagine there was some bad blood in there somewhere. I researched a gentleman who passed here, however, could not find any probate, any record of his death, but that's not odd for that far back. Nothing unusual other than the fence and the timber rights, and there seemed to be some kind of a dispute over that.
Do you believe the place to have some kind of spirit activity going on?
I have not seen spirit in the building myself. I have felt a little bit, so yes, I do.
Okay, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And we're going to be looking over the history and going over some of the stuff to find out exactly what's going on. Hi, and we're here with Brianna tonight here at the Tuckaway Tavern. Now, she's experienced some of the activity that goes on here. Can you explain to us exactly what's been going on that you've caught?
From what I've seen, I was taking out something from the cooler, and I put it down on the table, and one of the knives that's on the wall came off and almost hit me.
Now, have you ever seen any shadows?
No.
Voices? Now, have you heard anything from other people that have worked here about things that have happened?
No, I haven't.
Okay. How long have you worked here? Roughly about?
About a month.
About a month. Okay. And that was your first time anything happening to you?
Yeah, but there's also one more.
There is one more?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tell me?
It was the same day, I was going near the cooler to go grab something for someone, and the markers fell off of our whiteboard and hit me. There was 3 of them.
Okay. Okay. And you believe that's some kind of paranormal activity?
Yeah. There was nothing touching it.
Now, there was something about the screws staying in the wall after the board fell.
Yep.
Can you explain that to us?
That we checked because we wanted to make sure nothing hit it, nothing bounced on it, and it was just all the screws were in there tight and nothing was missing. So it had to be something pushing it.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you for being on with us. And what we'll do is, so you know, we'll be here from us very shortly.
All right.
All right. And you're more welcome if you want to stick around with us for a while tonight.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. How you doing? We're here at the Tuckaway Tavern tonight, and we're here with Cody. He's had some experiences here during his time working here. And how many years have you worked here, Cody?
Just about 2.5.
Yeah, yes. Now, can you tell us some of the things that you've seen going on here?
Yeah, well, one of them was probably the biggest thing that happened is there was a shadow that went by that we saw on camera, and then immediately after, a whole tower of oils and salad dressings just came crashing down in the market. This was at the middle of the night. No one was around, no one was cleaning up, it was completely deserted.
Now, you've experienced some things with the owner, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what have you experienced?
Well, it was just last week, I was doing lunch service, and he was standing across from me, and he was eating a meatball, I think. And pen just rolled off the table, and he saw that, and I did too, and then it just rolled under the table.
Do you know which part of the restaurant this was going on?
Yeah, this is right in the main kitchen.
Right in the main kitchen?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what's your thoughts on the activity that goes on here?
You know, at first I was a little, weary. I thought it just could be coincidence, but they just keep piling up. We have customers bringing it up. We have other employees. It's just, it's a weekly thing, almost a daily thing. So
Okay.
it's very real.
Okay, I want to thank you for being on with us.
Absolutely.
And welcome back to Haunted in New England. We're here with Nate, and Nate's had some experiences here on location at the Tuckaway Tavern. Nate, can you tell us some of the things that you've had happen?
Certainly. So basically it started a while ago, a couple of months ago. It was an amazing development because people got very excited about it, and it caused an uproar among the staff. And I received text messages, videos, all kinds of an assortment of media to tell me what was going on. I didn't even believe it because I heard of Tavern having a haunting, and I didn't think it was the Tuckaway Tavern. And so when I came into work the next day, I looked at the videos that people were actually giving me and giving me some credit. And in the video, it observed shadows, observed physical objects being thrown around and being cascaded on the floor. So that was really remarkable. No one understood why it occurred. And the video footage does reveal shadows and things that are indiscriminate among the physical realm, and it caused an uproar, honestly. And when that happened, we looked back at the tapes over and over and over and over again, and it did reveal shadows occurring right before the knockover of the oils, which is a strange sign in itself.
Now, how tall would you say the shadows are? What are they about?
Well, the height of it was a case that reflected the shadow, so the height of it was about this high, and from where we're standing, and the shadows moved across briefly, back and forth again, and there was knocking in between each of the occurrences. So that was incredible. But even more so, I had a guest that I waited on at a high top table where there are antiques located in this area above them. One was sitting like this, and someone was sitting like this. It's right here on the side. And they're antiques that look like gardening tools or weapons or weird stuff like that. It's supposed to be for cooking, but anyone could use it for so many things. But the man touched the antiques, all of them, and his wife told me about that before it occurred. And I approached the table, talked to them, laughed at them. The man was very stern, the woman was very nice, and I guess they had an experience, and they stopped everything. They told me, listen, is this place haunted? And I said, well, we've had weird occurrences going on, bottles exploding at the bar, and then the oils I told him about. He stopped me and was like, listen, out of my dish, his mac and cheese dish is like this big, because Tuckaway's in Boston, and he was wiping his mouth, and a fork flew out of his dish, spun in the air, landed on the table, went in circles, and stopped at the edge of the table. And when that happened, he lost his mind. Basically, he knew it was a spiritual activity. He knew it was something beyond the physical realm. And when he did that, he told me, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in spirits, I don't believe in the afterlife, but now I do. And so he had an awakening. And that reveals all kinds of things. But the fork flying was ridiculous. And it didn't make sense because he was not touching it. No one was touching it. It flew across the table. He told me about it. I revealed to him what could possibly be. And that's what happened. I heard antiques could be haunted. But I don't know. So that was the biggest experience that I had with the situation, with one non-believer and one believer, and a man became a believer. So if there's an evangelist,
Now, what's your thinking? Do you believe this place to be haunted?
I'm not exactly sure if it is a haunting in reference to a malevolent spirit causing a problem, or rather there are just spirits causing ruckuses. So I mean, I don't wanting attention, or maybe there's a deeper thing they're trying to reveal that they want to know, or they know this place has so much activity that it's causing attention and wild things. They want their own attention. I'm not sure.
Now, when we do our reveal here, are you going to be around for it? Just find out exactly what's
Work
going
for the
on.
next 12 days, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, thank you for being
Yeah,
with us.
no problem.
And we'll be back with some footage later.
All right, good luck.